The following podcast contains strong language and alternative facts. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Heel Podcast. Over the airwaves and under the influence, we are Turning Heel.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Turning Heel Podcast. With me, the Turning Heel, World Heavyweight Champion, the Chris. And with me, as always, is the jobber himself, Chris motherfucking Hughes.
Put my belt down.
Don't tell me what to do.
Fucking tell you what to do.
Nope, he says I can come and play with it. This is why this took about an extra 2.5 to 3 hours for us to start recording this shit. Oh, because I wanted to play with this belt, and now I get to play with the belt.
Yeah, that did say you could play with it, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. You should put up a photo of it on the Turning Heel page so that people can see the WWE World Heavyweight Championship you just bought in a drunken haze.
It wasn't my... Well, actually, no, I'm taking that back. It was my finest drunk decision I've ever made.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, no, could have been worse.
Yes.
Could have been Rich Swann.
It had to be the Jinder Mahal belt you got, though, which was a poor decision.
Nah, so I don't think the Universal's going to last that long before they eventually get rid of it.
Really?
Well, put it this way, when the brand split stops being a thing, which actually I don't think is that far away, which belt they're going to get rid of?
I guess. I know, but one would think that they would just keep the Universal title purely because that was a newer belt. Like, because that seems to be what they always do.
Yeah, I suppose, but then they're essentially shitting all over their legacy.
Yeah, but then WWE will just add that, and it's like, oh, the WWE Championship legacy is also the legacy of the Universal Championship somehow.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. That's
Even
true.
though the two of them existed at the same time.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That's totally true. That's exactly something they would do.
Yep. Look at the Divas Championship.
Yeah.
And the Women's Championship. Because now Paige is now a former two-time Women's Champion, despite the fact she's never held the Women's title.
Fair point. Fair point. Well made.
Yep. So, a little bit of quick housekeeping before we get started. I know you don't care, but I'm going to do this anyway.
Yeah, fuck the listeners.
Yeah. What is this? The fucking Ooga Booga podcast? Fucking Paws just keeps saying he hates everybody. Why did you even listen to them? I respect and adore every single one of you except you, Sean Parks. And he just tells everybody fuck off all the time.
That's part of his charm.
Sure. Charm. Conspicuously? Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Contrary to what you may believe, that was the word I was looking for, there was no episode last week. There was! And only half of it decided to record. And apparently my whole conversation piece was deleted forever.
Everything you said was just not there.
It's just you talking to
basically. And the worst thing is, as well, I actually did quite well with setting it up, so I couldn't even really hear you through my microphone either. So I was like, right, okay, what I could do is I could just like kind of boost the volume for everything he says. It'll take ages, but at least I'll get it out that way.
Yeah.
That wasn't even an option.
Do you still have the recording of just you essentially talking to yourself?
I will do, yes.
Because I think it would be really funny if we just got drunk one night, listened to it, and then just dubbed me over. Like, I'll just say completely stupid things that are nothing to do with the conversation at hand. See what happens and see what comedy gold we can get out of it. I really just think that Cedric Alexander's not that great. Yeah, well, you decided to dick a horse. Yeah, I agree. Like that?
Yeah, well, we won't be doing that anytime
It's
soon.
like an audio version of Mystery Science Theater. Yes. So we've not been here in 2 weeks or so. So we're gonna be here with a big old episode because there's been a lot of shit going on this past week.
Yeah, fucking not even involving wrestling.
I know.
Everything's fucking, it's been one hell of a week for news.
Yeah, like internet hackings and people beating up their wives and all that jazz.
Yep. Shall we get delved right into this?
Let's delve right into this, yeah.
Yes, okay. So, the top news story, and if you've been living under a rock for the last couple of days, first off, well done. Make sure it doesn't make you sign a prenup. Second.
Yeah. Or try and do fucking Scottish accents again.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I have.
Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and The Rock all try to do Scottish accents and make fun of the sweet, adorable, gorgeous Karen Gillan. Why did you
Bastards.
Why did you dye your hair brown though? Go back to ginger. Thank you.
The Ginger Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the big bit of news over this weekend has been that Rich Swann was arrested in Florida.
Yep.
So this is what we know as of this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
He's been released now.
He's been released?
Yes, he's been released now.
Oh fuck. He was suspended the last I heard.
No. He's been released from prison.
Why did you say that then, you stupid prick?
He's been released from prison.
There we go.
He was arrested at round about 12 o'clock local time. On
Midnight?
Yeah, on Sunday morning. The charges were brought against him were for battery and false imprisonment of an adult, which is essentially kidnapping.
Griznapping.
The victim was his wife. Is it wife or fiance? Wife, I think it is.
Other half.
I think. I know it is. Have to be married for 9 months.
Oh well, there you go. I didn't even know they were together, to be honest. So Sue Young.
Yes.
Oh, I seen her earlier on this year in Preston.
Yeah. So allegedly it was following an indie show that she was on. Swann was critiquing, shall we say, her performance that night. It all escalated into an argument, and Swann essentially locked her in a car.
Jesus.
That's the gist of it. The full police report's available online if you really want to delve into the details of it. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist.
Well, as we says then, WWE took action and suspended Swann. He's not been released from the WWE.
No, but he has been released from prison. Or jail. Suppose he's not got to prison yet.
Yeah. But now begs the question of what happens on Raw. Because on Raw, Rich Swann was meant to have a number one contenders match with Gaba Gulak.
Yes, he is.
I think Gulak should just come out and claim, like victory by forfeit. Just don't say why he's not there. Just say he's not there.
Yeah. He just didn't turn up.
Yeah. Or Enzo's probably going to have a snarky comment.
Yeah, Enzo will get involved in some way, shape or form as a way to...
He was probably in a taxi but locking the driver in the car. Ha ha ha! Bada boom!
Fucking
terrible. That
was awful.
I know. Well, thinking on your feet, man. He has like fucking all week to plan for this shit.
Yeah, exactly. So sticking with jailbirds.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Don't know much about this guy, but there was an American indie wrestler, Jasper Davis, who was arrested for the murder of his girlfriend.
It's a fucked up story.
Who was called Jennifer Nicole Mamo. Apparently they got into a fight at a party. Davis claimed that she went for his gun, which then accidentally discharged and shot her.
Oh no.
Don't you just hate when that happens?
Damn guns just going off on their own.
I know, fucking hell, man.
Fucking own the place.
I know.
Fucking guns.
As if they've got their own fucking rights.
I'm a strong, independent gun, and I don't need no woman.
But this is where this guy just proves his absolute stupidity.
Didn't he asked a pal to come help him bury the body or some shit like that?
Yep.
And then the pal was like...
No, that's not quite what happened. Basically what happened was he tried to dump the body in a in a creek, but his fucking car got stuck.
Oh, that's it.
And he had to phone his mate to come and fucking tow him. But he still had the body in the car at the time.
So while you're waiting on your pal to fucking come and help you get your car out the creek, dump the body?
Not that we're try to teach anyone how to be a fucking murderer.
Look, if you're going to go and fucking kill somebody anyway, like, you know, you may as well just use your fucking noodle
Let's
and
do it fucking properly.
I know, Jesus, don't drive that close to a creek. Coming soon, the Turning Heel episode, the last podcast on the left.
Aye, totally.
Two wrestling podcasters started life as podcasting, and then they turned to murder.
I can already hear Henry's impression of you.
I was going to just do a really bad Scottish accent. I'm the Chris, I'm drunk all the time, I am.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. If you were a serial killer, what weapon would you use?
If I was a serial killer, what weapon would I use? See, I've got a noggin on me though. I'd use a bullet made of ice. The perfect weapon.
Or a knife?
Knife made of ice, yep, that would work. Yep, just a big icicle.
Shank.
And it's fucking winter in Scotland, there's plenty of fucking them outside just now.
And why would it be that you use ice? I know the answer, but I'm humouring you so you could tell the audience.
Because it would melt.
Yeah, it would melt, and then therefore the evidence would be gone.
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way.
I would use a big leg of lamb.
Okay.
Big leg of lamb, smack someone over the back of the head, bung it in the oven, let it cook, phone the police. But like, I don't know what happened. This person was just knocked out while I just came in. We were making dinner. So while they're footering about looking for hand-fingered prints and all that, I'll be like, oh look, that's that leg of lamb finished. Tell you what, you boys must be hungry. Why don't we all have dinner while we're here? There we go. So some lamb for yous, and then the evidence. Noodle, my friend. Bollocks.
Chris, that is disturbing how much you've thought about that. And yeah, I wouldn't go telling that to too many people. Go to stop playing with the mic.
You fucking broke the shield.
Darren.
It's actually a fucking old story that I read in like English class that I remembered because it was so entertaining.
Really?
Yeah.
So you doctored this whole conversation just to tell that story?
That's great.
Nice work. Nice work.
See, I do remember something from school.
Right, next little bit of news we've got here. I don't know if you've seen much about this. Very interesting to see if it does actually happen. But apparently WWE is seriously considering doing a global warming pay-per-view in Australia next year.
Did you ever see the original global warming DVD?
No.
At the time, it was the only match between Triple H and Brock Lesnar. It was in a three-way with The Rock. Like, it's worth the price of the DVD just to see that match between the three of them. Because this was back in 2002.
It's not on the network?
I don't know, actually. I don't think it is, because I still have the DVD, and I got rid of all my DVDs when I bought the network.
Sorry, no, what you mean is when you started using other people's networks?
No, I bought the network outright at first, and then realised, why pay £10 a month when I can use everybody else's account?
So yeah, apparently it's going to be in Melbourne, at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, which allegedly holds 100,000 people. I'd be very interested to see if they could actually sell that out. Or even get anywhere close to selling 100,000 tickets.
I mean, like, is it going to be a legitimate pay-per-view, or is it just going to be a special?
Yep, the plan is that we broadcast live on pay-per-view as well as on the network.
Oh well, there you go. So what would the time difference be then? Are we going to get this earlier, later?
We would get this sort of middle of the afternoon.
Ooh, see, I'm down for that, middle of the afternoon pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Getting hammered about mid-fucking day.
Yeah.
And then going on with the rest of the day.
Yeah, like fucking Wrestle Kingdom normally is for me. Pissed by fucking 11 o'clock in the morning.
Aye, well, I'm
dream,
still
man.
at fucking work.
It's the dream. Ask for it off.
I'd try every year. Like, I'm going to try again this year, but the excuse is, because there's still kids haven't went back to school yet, so all the parents that work here need that extra time off to be with their kids. It's like, no, fucking Christmas is done. That's when you get hang about with your kids. Fuck off.
It's about wrestling time now.
Back to fucking work, you lazy pricks. I know, so I'm not going to be able to come till to Wrestle Breakfast until like the next time it's on a Sunday.
Yeah, or a Saturday.
It depends if that falls to be my day off. But because it's going to be Thursday this year, and I don't get Thursday or Friday off.
Ever. Yeah, man. So there's not even anyone you can swap with?
No, it's good. I'm just going to need to try and see if I can book it off. That's the good thing, though. I only need that Thursday off. So, because it's in the morning, and then that's it.
Yeah, over the whole like Christmas, New Year period. You just need that one day.
That one day.
Surely they can't be that much dicks.
I know.
You don't ask for any time off apart from one day.
I know.
Surely they can't be
I
fucking
can't
that
remember
sick.
the last time I legitimately asked for time off. Like, any time off that I've had recently has all been, contracted.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've got your blah blah weeks off in the middle of summer, and it's like, all right, it's download weekends. Especially download next year.
Yeah, which I'm not sure if I'll be at.
Why? Don't be a puss.
Fucking, we go travel through Europe.
Don't
Why?
do that at the fucking end of the year.
No, because I want to go in the summer where the weather's nice.
Come and download with me instead. I can't believe you'd be so heartless and not think about me.
Oh, I know. Having for friend, eh?
Aye, fuck's sake, 'cause I can't afford to do all this shit.
It's not that fucking expensive. It'd be cheaper than going to download.
I don't believe you.
I guarantee you.
Well, normally I end up getting my download ticket paid for my Christmas, so I don't need to pay that much.
On another note,
Mm-hmm.
the first ever women's match happened in the United Arab Emirates.
Say
This
that 3
week
times
too.
fast.
United Arab Emirates.
racist.
No, I'm just drunk.
Fantastic.
See that last sentence that we were saying when we were talking about downloading stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That was 3 hours ago.
Yes. We decided to stop and watch Raw.
Yeah, and just have a couple of extra drinks.
Yeah, so we've actually had like
In the space of a sentence, we've went from stone cold sober to absolutely pissed. You're welcome, internet.
yeah, because we realised we're so sober. Turning heel is not fun. Turning heel.
No, it's not fun. It's not fun turning heel at all.
So we also had a podcast meeting that we'll get to in a little bit.
Yes, we did a production meeting.
Yes, that's the one.
So yes, this is the problem with the podcast I do. I've got this same problem with Haunting In. All production meetings involve alcohol, which means absolute zero production happens.
Well,
If anything, they're non-production meetings.
a little bit of production actually happened at our meeting.
I suppose.
Yeah, because you know what, I'm actually a decent fucking co-host that can actually, see the future of our podcast.
Yeah.
Whereas Paz just kind of shows up.
Can see that 17 minutes we just recorded was boring as fuck. So yeah, the little production meeting that we had. In fact, we'll get into that in a second. We'll talk about the women's thing first.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it? Because a lot of people got their backs up over the full body attire thing.
It's understandable because of where they are. And if that was the only way that they're going to be able to have a wrestling match, then fair enough. Although Sasha Banks still looked like MVP.
Well, see, the thing is though, that was my thinking behind it, was that this, like, for this to happen, that's what had to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, baby steps, man. Baby steps. Now that's happened, they'll probably have another match next year and probably another match the year after that, but then maybe the year after that they might not have to wear the full fucking, I think, baby steps. It's a massive deal.
It definitely is, because like any other tour they've had to do before is literally just been an all-male tour. No women were allowed to wrestle on any of these other shows. So yeah, you're right, like, yeah, baby steps. And so this is another one of these first in a lifetime things that Sasha Banks can add to her fucking keyring of first evers that she tends to do.
Yeah, like there's a really cool bit of audio which I'll play in a bit of Sasha talking about that, and like you can hear just how happy that lassie is, man, that she got to do it. Like, yeah. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. So obviously Alexa.
Yep, she lit up.
Retains.
She's lit up. Oh,
there we go.
There she is.
So obviously Bliss retained. Obviously haven't seen the match. I'm sure that they probably will put it out eventually in some way, shape or form.
See, one would think, because this seems like a kind of show that would definitely benefit from being on the network. Considering the fact that they have the first ever, and probably last ever, meeting of Triple H and Jinder Mahal.
Well, see, the thing is, like, yeah, Triple H and Mahal as well.
Yeah, let's get into that in a second.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, though, what really surprised me, because I've seen a lot of videos on the internet about the women's match, and what really surprises me is when they announced the following contest as a women's match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship.
Did they boo?
No, they popped like fuck.
Wow.
It was loud, and I was like, whoa.
Well, because
I really did not expect that.
everybody was like, we've never had a women's championship match before. Or a women's match.
Yeah, I was expecting confusion from the crowd, but there totally wasn't. They seemed totally up for it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, because you've never got to see women wrestle before. And women's wrestling's fucking the shit these days.
It is indeed. Right, so we'll play that little bit of Sasha audio. Mm-hmm. And then we'll come back and talk about trips and gender.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we would probably spend a good amount of time on that one.
Yeah. So this is Sasha Banks.
So Sasha,
Yes.
just made history. How's that feel?
It feels, oh my gosh, it feels so crazy. Because I haven't had this feeling, to be honest, in a while. And right before I went out, I just started crying because I just thought how huge this is and how much it's bigger than me, and it was insane. The moment that I walked out there, and the moment the announcer announced that this is going to be a women's match, like you can hear the crowd care. And the moment I stood out there and I saw little girls, it made everything worth it, because this is what I feel like I was put on this earth to do. I want to make a change in the world. I want to empower women, and I want to let them know that their dreams are endless and they can achieve anything. And for something so big as a day, having the first ever women's match in Abu Dhabi, like, that's crazy, because last year it wasn't allowed. And this year we're doing it, and it's incredible, man. I couldn't hold my emotions in that ring. I was about to cry right when I locked up and right at the end too. So it's a beautiful day, and I'm so blessed.
There were some fans chanting, "This is hope." What does that mean to you to see not only the women in attendance but the men showing their support for you?
It truly does mean this is hope. We've come such a long way, not even just in the WWE, but in the whole world. And this is something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And I can't thank the fans enough, because they inspired me tonight. They made my heart so full of joy and happiness. And yeah, all those chants got to me. Even the biscuit butt, I was so surprised. But when they chanted, "This is hope," it was powering, man. It was so powerful.
Biscuit butt, biscuit butt, biscuit butt.
Yeah, so that was Sasha Banks' thoughts on that match.
She sounded like she had a cold.
Yeah, or she was just chopping onions or something.
Yeah, Jesus.
So, Triple H.
Sounded like me a couple of weeks ago when the fucking.
Aye, and me in the Lost episode
Oh yeah.
from last week. I was fucked, by the way.
I know. I think I ended up accidentally giving you my cold. I don't mean to. I don't mean to give anyone the cold.
Hey man, you were just sharing the love.
Yeah.
Or the disease, however you want to look at it.
Well, put it this way, like, see, 2 weeks ago at the Survivor Series episode, let's just say that was the best that I felt that week. Because it only went downhill from there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I witnessed it.
Oh.
Sadly, I witnessed it.
Please.
So, Triple H and Jinder Mahal. I don't know what to do. I've got the best idea ever. Let's give this guy a championship.
Let's give this jobber a championship.
Full fucking summer to piss absolutely everybody off.
Half a year.
To get him over in India.
Yeah.
And then when he gets there, we'll just have Triple H beat him.
will have him lose the belt before he gets there, and then Triple H will bury him.
Fellas, I don't think Triple H buried him.
I know, but...
See, in order to be buried, you have to be something to begin with.
Oh!
So
Turns out for what?
Yeah, fucking... But that's what annoys me most about the whole thing, though. It's like, seriously, we suffered the summer of fucking gender.
Right.
For just to lose.
Let's take this one step at a time. Right, so...
Baby steps.
Yeah. Jinder gets flung out the fucking Under the Giant Battle Royal by Gronk and fucking Mojo Rawley. Then he knocks Finn Balor clean out in the middle of the ring. And then still loses, but the fact he fucking knocked Finn Balor out. Then he gets drafted to SmackDown. In his first match on SmackDown, he loses to Mojo Rawley. Then out of nowhere just becomes #1 contender and then wins the title. So 6 months, thereabouts, Jinder had that fucking belt. Racked up, he's there.
6 months he was in the main event scene, give or take.
Not the main event scene on SmackDown, he was always about the fucking top of the hour. And the main event was saved for, good people.
Well, that's true.
But he racked up like one of the longest, like what was it you said? Like one of the longest reigning first title runs or something like that.
I didn't say that.
You did? This was ages ago. Like, yeah, you seen on Wikipedia, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter that.
Was I drunk at the time?
Were you recording an episode of the Turning Heel podcast?
I don't know, was it? You tell me. You remember this?
Then yes. Then yes, it was. You were
Okay, fair enough.
I
take no responsibility for my drunk shenanigans.
Yes, you did. If you ever listen back to our fucking show, you should.
I do?
On the occasion. Anyway. So from there, Jinder Mahal wins the WWE title, goes on an absolute fucking shit run.
Fuckery of a run.
The worst. The absolute worst. Bob Backlund had a better second reign than this, and he held it for about a week. I lost it Diesel in 8 seconds. Yeah, so he beats Nakamura twice, which is atrocious. Beat Randy Orton another 2 times. Even brought Great Khali back to fucking help him win one of those.
In a fucking Punjabi prison, which is so racist and insensitive. That's a whole other fucking episode.
That's a whole other kettle of fish, indeed. And then finally gets stopped by AJ Styles. But the whole point of this whole thing was the fact that Jinder Mahal was champion. He was going to face Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series, and he was going to defend the WWE Championship in India. Because they even stated that on television.
That's pretty much where the writing went.
I thought you were doing the Dudley Boys entrance.
No, that was just everything crashing.
Yeah. Because they even stated that on television at one point. They were like, Jinder Mahal will be the first Indian-born WWE champion to defend the belt in India. And then that didn't happen. So AJ takes
See the fact they changed it on SmackDown, like switched the belt on SmackDown,
Yeah.
that just proves that they went, fuck, this isn't working.
No. And Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal might be the worst thing ever.
Well, it's not just that as well. Like, yes, it could have been one of the worst things ever. But the fact that their 2-night show in India ended up being a one-night super show. And I mentioned earlier about when you watched the video of them announcing the women's match. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fucking empty seats.
Yeah.
A lot. So that's WWE've looked at those ticket sales and went, right, Jinder's not working.
Good. Maybe he can fuck off now.
Just hope they don't find someone else to make champion that's purely for the fact they're from India in order to take advantage of the market. I can't even think who they would, to be honest.
Samir Singh.
But see, they suffer the same problem Jinder did. They're not fucking Indian.
No, but Samir Singh is a better wrestler.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's just because I can't remember the other one's name.
Samir and... fuck, what is the other one?
I don't remember. Samir and... Oh, fuck. Because it's always Samir that's the first one.
Yeah. Fuck knows.
Samir and Johnny Singh.
Johnny Singh. Go, go, go. Go, Johnny, go. But yeah, man, fuck it, I can't believe they built it up so long for them to fall apart in the space of a month.
That was the only way to kind of like keep the credibility of Jinder Mahal, was by Triple H challenging him to the biggest match in India, and then Triple H just beat the shit out of him.
And then they danced at the end.
Then
Did you
they
see
danced,
that?
and then Triple H beat the shit out of the Singhs as well.
Who I thought were no longer with Jinder.
But they're also Indian, air quotes.
Yeah, but you'd have thought that maybe just do the left breaking them up on TV till after the tour. You know, continuity.
Yeah, but this is a house show. Continuity doesn't count in house shows.
Evidently. I mean, all it would have took was leaving it to this week.
See the first ever house show I was at, like 2 or 3 weeks before, Bradshaw and Varuk broke up, but Bradshaw then came out and was still announced as representing the APA, and I was like, what, so he's representing himself? Because him and Varuk broke up about a month ago.
WWE, sort your shit out, eh?
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
Should we go into this production meeting we had then?
Yes. So, the production meeting that we had, we did mention at the top of the episode this was going to be a monster show. We've decided to rein it back just a little bit.
Ooh, a little bit more.
No, a little bit less. Because we realised that this up-and-coming week, on Monday we've got Raw. On Tuesday we've got SmackDown. On Wednesday we've got the television premiere, unless you're in the UK, of NXT. And then on Thursday we've got Tribute to the Troops. So that's 4 full days of professional wrestling. And that's just from WWE, never mind everything else.
And then you've also got the pay-per-view on Sunday as well.
Indeed, so... And then main event, if you want to count that. Fuck it. Let's count that. So you have essentially nearly 6 out of 7 days of... 5 out of 7, sorry. I can't count. 5 out of 7 days of WWE wrestling happening this week. So... We're going to be coming back later on in the week with our
most likely Saturday night, if not Sunday morning, the latest. We'll have an episode up.
Yeah,
and we'll cover everything because we were going to go into what's happened last week on WTV and stuff, but we figured because of the technical issues and shit we had, we figured what's the point?
Chris going to see the Bullet Club.
Yes, and me going to see the Bullet Club. Oh fuck, should talk about that.
Yeah, talk about that. Feel free.
That was a fucking great show, by the way. The most fun I've had at wrestling shows this year has totally, hands down, been the Discovery shows.
How convenient that I wasn't there.
Discovery shows, just fucking Discovery shows in general are just so much fun.
Discovery shows are the fucking, I don't think I've ever went to a Discovery show and not had a good time.
No, it was absolutely fantastic, man. And BT Gunn versus Cody Rhodes was outstanding, as you can only assume it was.
Yeah.
Cody put BT over big time after the match. Something else they did as well, which at the time I didn't really click how significant it was, but now that I'm looking back on it, I kind of do. BT kicked out the Crossroads.
Yeah. Which is massive for, a UK talent to kick out of a fucking imports finisher of any kind, because I can't think of a time that has happened. I really cannot think of a time that has happened.
I'm pretty sure Joe Coffey probably has against one of his mad opponents.
Maybe he kicked out the Angle Slam.
I was
going
to say, I have a feeling he kicked out an Angle Slam. But let's say fucking for BT Gunn to kick out the Crossroads was fucking it was one of those things where Cody hit it. And the entire crowd went, oh, well, that's it.
There we go.
1, 2. And I was actually getting up to go to the fucking toilet.
Uh-huh.
And then I just heard, oh! I turned round and seen the shoulder up, and I was like, holy shit, man. But yes.
People were starting to believe.
If you're in the UK, I cannot recommend going to a Discovery show highly enough.
Or go to Discovery Wrestling's on-demand service. So then you'll get to see this match in the coming
I don't
weeks.
think they have one, do they?
They have one.
I don't think so. I've never seen them advertising it.
They have. I don't have my phone on me. I can't check.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll post on the Facebook page a link if they do.
They do.
Okay. We'll believe Grizz in this one.
No, just trust me, all right?
We'll trust them.
Unless it's been taken down, but they used to have one. I know. I don't see why they would take it down. So,
but yeah. So we're going to come back later on this week. We'll cover all of this week's shows, purely because there is no point in going back over last week's.
Exactly.
Like, it's useless.
So we're going to do Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and tribute to the troops.
Well, actually, in fairness, you're blaming me for going to Discovery. Mm-hmm. But then we were going to podcast on Sunday, and what happened on Sunday, Grizz?
The technical difficulties.
So we would have had an episode last week, and an episode the week before, if it wasn't for fucking technical difficulties. So there you go.
I know, but I still blame you for going to Discovery.
You're just raging that I went Discovery and you didn't.
Yeah.
And you know the worst thing is?
What?
Al
You missed me?
No, Al was supposed to be coming, but he wasn't well, so then he didn't. So I ended up with a spare ticket.
I know. And then apparently, like, I mentioned to Kat later, and she's like, I would have loaned you the money to go. And it's like, it's a bit fucking late now. Because it was like, Chris had a fucking spare.
Well, you know the worst thing is? I never got the spare sold. So that show cost me 40 quid, so thank fuck it was good.
Yeah. Should have just invited me anyway, and then paid my ticket. Oh, my train ticket.
I've been Chris motherfucking Hughes.
And I've been the Grizz.
Oh!
See.
Remember, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Heel Podcast. And also, don't forget, you can hear our archives on the World Wide Web at heelpodcast.co.uk. Well, that's all, folks. So long. Have a good day.